Welcome. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Unfiltered Thoughts with the Amazing Soul. I appreciate you guys joining me today. And before we start, let's get on with our ritual. 30 seconds of silence and giving ourselves a one big hug. Alrighty. All right, guys, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about something fun. Yes. Today's episode is titled The Humor Game. Yay! It's actually one of my faves. And what is a game? What is a game? What is the intent when you play a game? It's simple. I want to have fun. I want to vibe. And I don't want to take myself seriously. I want to have a good time. That's why we play games. Now, you and I are playing a very interesting game called life. But you see, most of us take this game too damn seriously. And I will love to shift your perception on how to not take this game seriously and how to navigate this humor game we call life. So I want you to picture this. Just follow me with your imagination. If you have an Xbox or a PS5, I want you to imagine yourself holding the controller, right? And you're playing your favorite game on PS5. You're enjoying the game. The game has so many amazing characters. And you're so immersed in the game. At some point, you forget that you are actually playing a game because of how fun the game is. You see, most of us forget we are playing a game, and we genuinely feel we are that character in the game, as opposed to holding the controller and enjoying the game. You're not the character in the game. The humor game we call life. You may ask, what is the point of this game? That's the beauty. There is no point. Yeah, that's the point. It's a pointless game. Have fun, expand, have fun, expand, experience things, connect with people. You're playing a game, right? And I'll share with you 4 tools that you can start to navigate right now. It doesn't require $1 million for you to start to apply those tools because you already have them. All I'm doing is pointing out to you what already exists in your life. The very first one, awareness. You know, the mind will hear awareness and be like, what is awareness? It sounds like a very fancy word. It's not. Do you see how I drank that water? And I literally felt the water going through my throat, down into my belly. I mean, I felt it. That's awareness. That's it. Most of us are not even aware that we are playing a game called life. The very first thing that has to kick in for you to become aware that you're playing a game is awareness. Start to pay attention to things around you. Remember how I started this podcast saying, you get so lost in this game called life, you forget you're playing a game and you literally feel like you're the character in this game, as opposed to realizing that you're just holding a controller and enjoying the game. The moment you allow awareness kick in, you will start to respond. You would not react. The human game we call life is a very interesting game. Awareness is very essential in this journey if you want to really understand who you really are at its core. Start paying attention. Pay attention to yourself. Why do you do the things you do? Why do you act the way you act? Start to pay attention to the patterns in your life. Why do I keep attracting the same ass people in my life over and over again? Even if you move to California or you move to Africa or you move to Australia, you're gonna keep repeating the same patterns if you don't start becoming aware of things happening in your life. You can't ultimately run away from yourself. It's not possible. You can try, you can keep up a facade, but at some point, something within you will force you to start to become aware and pay attention to what's right in front of you. The human game called life. As a society, we take this game too goddamn seriously. Number 2, perception. In the previous episode, I actually shared a quote, and I'm going to repeat that quote again, because that's something that has genuinely helped me expand on my journey. My perception of you is a reflection of me. I'll say that again. My perception of you is a reflection of me. So if I genuinely feel that I am consciousness, I am love, I am loving awareness. I am everything and nothing at the same time. I am the universe expressing itself. Excuse me. Why would I see anything different in you? Because you're ultimately me. The moment I look at you and I see a victim, the moment I look at you and I see something separate from me, I have caught myself in an illusion. And I'm back to playing the character as opposed to the person holding the controller, playing the human game. You will need perception to genuinely tap into yourself and start to know yourself as you navigate this human game we call life. It's such a powerful tool that has seamlessly helped me navigate this journey. Because I genuinely know anyone I interact with is ultimately myself. Perception. When you see me, what do you see? When you look at me, what do you see? Start to shift your perception on how you ultimately see yourself. The moment you feel like you're separate from the next person just because they think differently from you or they act differently from you or they're not in the same social status from you, my friend, you're falling into a trap. It's an illusion that you're caught up with. I know it seems like we have a hierarchical system or society, but ultimately, we're all the same. That's a beautiful paradox of life. It looks very different on the surface, but beneath all that, it's the same freaking thing. Unconditional love. Beneath all that 8 billion differences, it's the same thing. Embrace perception. It will transform your life. The third tool. Appreciation. Honestly, when I came in contact with this tool, I struggled with it on my journey. Over time, the more I started to choose to expand my awareness on how I saw myself, I was able to navigate seamlessly with the tool of appreciation. What is appreciation, you may ask? It's simple. Pouring back into yourself. Realizing you're the main character in your game. Start to appreciate everything in your life. So this is where the dilemma comes. Most of us, we only appreciate the positive things and we push away the negative things. I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to see that part. I don't want to talk about it. But you see, you live in a dichotomy of a universe. You can't have it's yin yang. You can't have up without down. You can't have the sun without the moon. It's not possible. So when you say you only appreciate the positive things, you're still feeding into the illusion. Remember how I started this podcast telling you, it's a game. You're not the character in the game, but most of us think we're the character in this game. So when something, in quote, bad happens to you or for you, depends on how you see it, we tend to push it away as opposed to realizing that life has no fundamental meaning until you, the player of this game, assigns an emotional value to it. What is good? What is bad? Normal is an illusion. What is normal for an ant is abnormal to the spider. So what is good? What is bad? That's the question right there. It's a paradox. So start to appreciate everything in your life, because guess what? You get to experience. That's a shift I'm trying to make you see. You get to experience that, whether it's good or bad. Appreciate it and watch your life transform. Appreciation. Peep this. On the stock exchange market, the more a stock appreciates in value, the price increases, right? The value increases. The answer is right in front of us. Why wouldn't you appreciate yourself? The more you appreciate yourself, you expand. It's a no-brainer. Everything is energy. The more you appreciate yourself, you expand. And the more you expand, you allow more experiences into your reality, into your world, whatever you want to call it. Start to appreciate the heck out of everything. I know it sounds backwards, but you want to get to a space of isness. Nothing is good. Nothing is bad. It just is. And the only way for you to tap into that is to go within and start to really know yourself. I shared a few podcasts ago a very fun appreciation exercise that I always do. And I'll remind you again, I'll share it again. This will really help you start to truly appreciate yourself. Make it a point of duty. What I do is I appreciate every part of my body, from my hair to my toenails. I appreciate my hair, my eyebrows, my lips. I appreciate my heart beating. I appreciate my small intestine, my large intestine, even if I don't know what their functions are. But the fact that I get to exist in this body, I appreciate the heck out of it. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm alive. What is there not to be thankful for? I have a roof over my head. I have the basic things to thrive in this body. So yes, I appreciate my life every day, that I get to exist in this body. It's a beautiful blessing. The more you start to move into that energy and space, watch magic happen. You're welcome. The very last tool I've always mentioned in all the episodes, and I'll keep mentioning it till the very end because it's so fundamental and it's something you can't run away from, because I ran away from that for 32 years of my life. And in consciously applying this tool in less than 6 months, my whole life transformed. You're like, wait, what's this tool she's talking about? I'll tell you. Start to feel your feelings and emotion. There's no requirement to start doing that. You don't need to earn anything to start to feel. You don't need to go into any school to start to feel your feelings. How do you feel your feelings and emotions, you might ask? It's simple. The same way you feel the dress on your skin, the same way you feel the water on your skin when you take a shower, that's how you feel. It's simple. It's nothing complicated. Most of our problems as a society stems from the inability for us to sit in a room alone with our feelings. And that's the key to expansion. That's the key to knowing yourself. That's the key to respond, not react. That is the key to start to become aware that you are playing a game. And you know what the best part is? You're playing a game with yourself. Yes, I know it feels like 8 billion people, which are ultimately you. So you're playing a game with you. You see, taking a game, taking a pointless game that you're playing with yourself seriously, do you see how much of a illusion that is? All I'm making you point to see is start to realize that we are playing a human game. Stop taking it seriously. Have fun in the present moment. Open your heart. Love. And I don't mean attachment kind of love. I mean love with an open heart. And realize that anyone or anything you interact with is ultimately you. The moment you shift your awareness and perception that you are indeed playing a game, life becomes like a dance. It becomes like a flow. So whatever life throws at you, you're like, I'm playing a game. I'm not taking myself seriously. I will attend to my duties, but I'll go within because I have all the answers. Sit in silence. Allow my intuition to guide me, to be my compass. And once I hear that answer, I respond. I don't react anymore. That is how you transform your life. That is how you navigate this seemingly complicated thing we call life. Because it's very complicated to be simple. I'll say that again. It's very complicated to be simple. Life is simple. It is. But you just have to become aware. You're life itself, my friend. When next you see yourself or you find yourself reacting, remind yourself that you are playing a game and start to apply these tools to truly transform your life. Until next time, my friend. Love, love, love.